Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Look like everything's sounding good. We had an issue with the microphone. What's going on? Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's having a great end to their weekend and getting ready to start a new week. And without any further ado, let me go ahead and bring myself up in here. See how everybody doing tonight. And we go, it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. Hey, what is going on? Welcome to Points Play Travel. I am your boy, Rodden. On this channel, we talk about credit. We talk about credit cards. We talk about points, miles, cash back, personal finance, and how to travel around the world or around the country for little or no money out of your pocket. If there's something you're interested in, do your boy a favor if you haven't already done so. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Make sure you select all so you don't miss out on future content. Also, hit the like button. Hit that thumbs up and help the video or the live stream get pushed out to more people that may be looking for information like this. And with all that being said, you know what time it is. Let's roll, baby. Let's get out in the business. So we got two real homies in the crib. I'm glad I'm using my old software. I can see exactly how many homies in here, how many thumbs up, the whole nine. Man, as you can see, from the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about 6 things that can increase your credit score in 2025, but not only 2025, but in years beyond 2025. We're going to talk about simple things, and I'm thinking about the first thing that we're looking at that we're going to do, how simple it is, and how the only thing it really costs you is time. It's the only thing it costs you. So we're going to look at 6 things on how to increase your credit report in 2025 and beyond. If this is your first time tuning here, again, my name is Rod and I am broadcasting from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Arlington, Texas to be exact, home of the Dallas Cowboys and the Texas Rangers. If this is your first time here, let me know you're tapping in from. If this is your 31st time, let me know where you're tapping in from. And also, again, don't forget to hit that like button, baby. We're going to jump right into it, man. I'm going to be sharing my screen with y'all. And as you can see, one of the things I think people really need to understand, when you're talking about your credit score has 5 components. And you can see, and I'm gonna give y'all some boulders here. I don't drop gems, I don't drop nuggets, I drop boulders, baby. And I wanted to jump right into this video. Notice how to do a lot of jibber jabber, jump right into it because I'm thinking about the replay game in 2025, thinking about the people here watching it live, your time. But if you look at these 5 components, you got payment history making up 35%. Right here, you got actually you have amount of debt or credit utilization making up 30%. Then you have length of credit history making up 15%. New credit, or you apply for new credit, 10%. And credit mix, what type of loans do you have? Revolving loans? Do you have installment loans? Do you have mortgages? It's only 10%. Don't let that freak you out too bad, man. Let me look at one thing here. Get one little thing here. What's up, Tim Filani? What's going on, Miss DC? Good, yeah. Yeah, we are getting ready to drop. Hopefully y'all can put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see the screen well. Now, one of the things I want to talk about, the first thing I want to talk about, look at right here, man. Look at right here. The first thing I want to get into is notice that the highest score is you paying your payment history on time. Have you been paying on time? That's 35% of your score. And a lot of people think that's it. They think that's all you got to do. But there's 65 other percent that make up. Now, if you get any 35% on any test worldwide, unless there's only 35 points available, you probably got an F. If it's 100 points available and you only got 35 points, you're failing. So if all you're doing is worried about your payment history, you're already failing the ball game. So we're going to go ahead. Now, this isn't one of the steps. This is just something I'm throwing in the mix. Next is the amount of debt. You're here to YouTubers, content creators. You're here, Rod. Other people talk about credit utilization. This is the amount of debt divided by your credit limit. So let's use simple numbers. If you owe $300 and your credit limit is $1,000, you have a 30% credit utilization, or 30% of your credit is being used, or that's how much debt you have. 30 or 300 divided by 1,000 is 30%. So you want to make sure your credit utilization is 30% or lower. It's the reason I use that 300 divided by 1,000. Yes, it's going to make up 30% of your credit score. But if you do these, now you're at a 65. You're in that D range. Are you at a 700, 800? Nah. Could you be over that 600 hump? Probably. You know, everything depends on the individual and what's on the actual report. Now, next, you got the length of credit history. This is going to tie into new credit. Your average age of accounts, or your AAOA, average age of accounts. That's how long you've had an account. Now, a lot of people, they let emotions get in the way. They let emotions come and bother them when they're going through their credit journey. They can't get a credit limit increase, or for some reason they can't add a spouse or a child or a relative to a credit card as authorized user, and they go and close the account. Well, little do they know they've had this account for 10, 15 years. It's their oldest credit card. Yes, it's only 15% of that credit utilization, but it's stopping us from getting from a D at 65% to a B at 80%. And then you may be hovering around that 675, 685 range. So your length of credit history, don't get emotionally tied to situations that you may not be able to control right now. You may be able to control them later. You just may not be able to control them at the moment. So what you want to do is go ahead, your length of credit history. What I would say when you're first starting out, no more than one card a year for the first 3 to 5 years. That's just me. Once you've had some stuff under your belt, some tools in your toolbox, you've got different types of loans, different types of credit cards, then you could do it a little more frequently. And because, give me a prime example, if your length of credit history, you got one card, you've had it for 10 years, that's the only card you've ever had. Now, you go get a second card that's 0 years. Well, you take 10 plus 0 is still 10 divided by 2 cards. Now your average age of accounts, or your length of credit history, is 5 years instead of 10 years. So you're not going to have such a higher credit score. It's going to go down a little bit. Only 15%. Then new credit, man. I wish I would have did this video, but I wanted to start 2025 with this video, because a lot of people, they go and apply for new credit. New credit is when you go apply. Now, if you get approved, it's not going to kill you. It may hurt you a couple points. If you don't get approved, you need to realize some of the key words. Hey, Mr. Rod, you're going to get a letter in the mail. Hey, Rod, you're going to get a letter in 7 to 10 days letting you know our decision. They'll let you know right in and there if you're approved. If they start talking about this 7 to 10 days, please let it be known you ain't about to get number told you did not get approved. And then you got 10% credit mix. Well, if you got a 90 out of 100, I wouldn't go and get no car loan, no mortgage, no credit cards, no personal loan. I wouldn't go get all these different types of loans just so I can meet this 10% credit mix. Life is going to put that in front of you. You may get to a point where you need a car note. You may get to a point where you have to buy some jewelry and you need a jewelry account or a store account. You may go and get that American Express or that Visa you've been thinking about. Or finally go and get you got your family in your house. Your credit mix, life is going to take care of itself. So let me move down. Let's just go ahead and jump in here. So we've already gone over there, so I don't have to go over there. First and foremost, this is the easiest one, and it is free, man. Review your credit report for accuracies and More importantly, inaccuracies. What this is saying, especially if you have a common name. I don't really have a common name. But if you're, say, a John Smith, a Robert Johnson, and these are people I have in my family, a James Thomas, you may definitely want to look, because how many James Thomases, how many Susan Smiths, how many John Smiths are out there? And you want to be well aware that these different people are out there that could be sharing some information that's not so favorable. So when I say that, I think about just taking a moment now. You can go to the 3 credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, and get 3 different reports. Or you can go to consumercredit.com and get over here where it's supposed to be. Or you can go to this article, and I'll post it in the link, where you can actually click on this here, and it'll actually take you to it with that link. And you can get your free credit report once per year. Then they have sample dispute letters. Everything with a blue is a hyperlink, meaning it will take you somewhere else. And then how to check your credit score for free. Number 2, extend your available credit. So number 1, let's go and check our credit report. Let's see what's on there. Let's see what's not on there. Now, a lot of times people think, oh, I'm going to have problems on my credit report. I'm going to have Johnny's file or Susan's file, and it's not mine. But what if what they're paying isn't yours, but they're paying it in a good fashion? That's still not good either, because you may start getting approved for $50,000 limits, $30,000 limits, because the original John Smith is 59 or 60 and you 25, and some kind of way y'all stuff that got mixed up, and you just getting out, and like any other youngster, you may go crazy. I mean, I know I would. So anyway, now extend your available credit. Let's talk about this here. A big way. Notice I talked about, let me highlight this here. Notice I talked about 35% payment history and 30% credit utilization. When they say extend your available credit, another way to boost your credit score in the new year is to expand the credit line to which you have access. This may seem counterintuitive. Surely more credit means more money to spend and therefore more risk, right? Not if you're disciplined. It does not. While that's true on the surface, remember that your credit utilization makes up almost a third of your FICO score, and it's also a key part of your Vantage score. That's why gaining access to additional credit can improve your credit scores. I'm not going to read all these, but there's 2 different types to accomplish this. If the credit's already available and you've been paying on time for a year, I'm not saying go use it. The whole point of this is not using it. The whole point of this is increasing your credit score. Request a credit limit increase. They may say automatically, okay, we'll give you a $2,000 increase. Don't use it. They may say, well, how much do you want? I end every video, shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you'll be amongst the stars. Keywords, don't use it. Okay, if they give you 2,000, 5,000, 500, 50,000, don't use it. The whole point of this is the more credit limits you have, the less debt you have, the lower your credit utilization, the higher your credit score. Let's say that again. The lower your debt and the higher your credit limits, you just got a $10,000 increase because you asked for one. Your credit score is going to go up because your credit utilization is going down. You had, I'm just going to use, say, $1,000 that you owed, and you had a $1,000 limit. Now you're at 100% credit utilization. You $1,000 you owe, $1,000 limit, but they give you a $10,000 limit. You owe 1,000. You still got 10 grand open. You're less than 10%. You're less than 10% utilization. It's that simple. Or you can apply for a new credit card. And again, I ain't gonna say don't use it. Use it every quarter, once a quarter. Try to get one. The ones that tend to have the lower credit limits are your no annual fee cards. Not all of them, some of them. How new you are to credit. But if you want to increase your score, meaning you may have hit a speed bump along the way, you may need to be ready and brace for shock that you may get a lower credit limit to start. But this is all starting. All right, so those are the two ways to go ahead and extend your available credit. You can request a credit limit increase or apply for a new credit card. Another way, how many times have we been on a family trip, a vacation, working late, didn't think about we were going to be working late when we got up that morning. We got a bill that's due today. We had every intention of mailing the bill during lunch, didn't take a lunch. Said we'll mail it when we get off, got off late, the post office closed. Who uses the post office anymore? It's after 5, you can't call or use the automated service. But if you have automatic payments set up, it's going to automatically pay it on the date you select. I wouldn't do it on the due date. If it's available, I'd do it 2 to 3 days ahead of time. 3 to 5 if you can afford that. If it's available in your account. Don't set up automatic payments if you don't have these little small things. Looking for inaccurate things on your credit. Asking for credit limit increases. Don't get a credit card in December and ask for a credit limit increase in January. It doesn't typically work like that. Keep it 3 months, 6 months, a year. Maybe ask for an increase. After 3 to 6 months, don't expect a big increase unless you're spending a whole lot of money. And inaccuracies, ask for credit, and set up automatic payments. We only got 3 more. Let's jump on down here. Budget to pay down outstanding balances. I saw this asked in a live stream today, and I'm gonna give you my 2 cents. Budget down paying outstanding balance. If you carry a credit card balance from month to month, the interest charge that accrue will easily cancel out the value of the points or miles you earn on the card or cash back, and then some. However, you may have an old debt from your freewheeling days as a college student, or maybe you elected financial program with your introductory 0% annual APR credit card, a deferred interest on a store credit card. Do not let these balances go unpaid. If you haven't already done so, sit down and create a budget on how you'll pay these balances off to avoid or minimize your interest exposure. Basically, what this is saying in a nutshell, come up with a plan that works for you. I've heard some people say pay down the higher balances first. I've heard some people say pay down the lower balances first. I've heard people say pay down the ones with the highest interest rates. Credit cards going to run you, some of them are getting over 30% now. Not your Navy Federals, not your credit unions, but your banks. Those credit cards, those financial institutions, you're looking at 24, 26, 28, 30, 32% interest. So am I really going to focus on the one with the highest interest? I personally would focus on the one with the highest balance. I have heard people tell other people, especially people that are new to the game or just starting out with credit, or they feel like they're surrounded by challenge credit, have them start off with the smaller balances. That way, they can show this MasterCard paid that had an $80 balance. Next 2 months, they can show a $100 Visa that's paid. They're showing a sense of accomplishment in what they're setting out to do, which is budget down to pay outstanding balances. However, you flip that around, even though you got this high balance $5,000 credit card, has a higher interest, you have somebody that's chomping on it, chomping on it, $50 at the end of 12 months. They paid $600 on a $5,000 credit card. How much of that went towards interest? They may get defeated before they even get started. So keep that in mind. So there's several ways to look at that. Sign up for credit monitoring. There are so many different credit cards right now that you automatically get credit jockey, credit alert, credit this, credit that. Some people say some of them suck. Some of them may not be better than others. However, something is better than nothing. Set alerts. You could do it with the credit card. You don't even have to have it on your credit. Now, if you got 15 different cards, you don't want from 7 different companies, you don't want 7 different alerts going off. Been there, done that. But if you only have 2 or 3 cards and you get an alert that exceeds $50 or $100 because you know you don't use this American Express card for $100 purchases unless you're traveling, you're not traveling, this is already giving you a red flag. Now you're looking at the details, you call it American Express. So have something set up, activate it, become familiar with it. Hopefully this don't freeze me up. No, I don't look like it did. And that's it, man. So I'm going to go over these real quick. Going backwards, we're going to sign up for credit monitoring. A lot of your cards may have that. There's companies out there. Now, your card may not have it attached to that card for every transaction to that card. It may do it for all the cards that are on your credit report. Make sure you understand that. We want to budget down to pay our outstanding balances. We want to set up automatic payments if we're comfortable with that. If we get paid every 1st and every 15th or every Friday. Only thing with every Friday, dates change every Friday when you have a specific date, like the military 1st and 15th, unless it's on a holiday and then you get paid early. So set up automatic payments. Just make sure you keep up with those automatic payments. And we want to extend available credit by asking for a credit limit increase or applying for a new card to see if we can get more credit. Do not use it. Do not use it. All right, man. Those are ways that we can actually increase our credit score in 2025. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to jump in here, see what comments we got here. I've been messing with this camera, man. It still ain't how I want it, but it's better than it was, I guess. But these little things, and I'm gonna jump in these comments, but these little things I just went over, it's 6 things. But a lot of that stuff we can do without thinking about it. We can be at work on our lunch or on a break and draft up a quick letter or get one of those sample dispute letters that's in the article and mail it to the bureau, mail it to the creditor. We can go and check our credit report to see if this John Smith is really me and I'm John Smith. It's too many different ways to handle that. We got Tim Falana in the house. What's going on? Trevor says, hey, man, Rob, what's going on? We got Miss DC, man. These are old schoolers in the crib. You got 9 real homies in the crib. Again, if you haven't done so, you just came in, I can't see who you are. Please hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed, we are starting a new year. Speaking of a new year, I've been on a new adventure at the end of 2024. Just came back from traveling on the 2nd of January. But I spent the latter part of 2024 working on one of my other channels, Investing with Rod. Definitely check it out if you want to learn how to invest on a budget. $5, $10, $20 crypto stocks, exchange traded funds. Your boy's going to show you how to do it. Miss DC say, hey, Rod, glad to see you ready for those voters signing in from the STL. Say, Lou to Lou. Okay, you were able to hear me. Cool, cool, cool. We got Lisa J. Stocks, and how my utilization is currently at 1%. It don't get no better than 1%. While those are motivated in the house says, hello, how you doing? How you doing? Lisa J. Stocks, I have an 832 to 850 score. Wow. Yeah, don't get no better than that. While us motivate said, welcome in everyone. Hit that like button, hit that thumbs up. Please do so. Again, I want to thank the 11 real homies that are in the crib. Again, man, I may be talking about something that is not on the thumbnail, not in the title. That don't mean we can't. We can talk about other credit items, credit cards, points, miles, cash back. My strategy in 2025. We can talk about your strategy. What do I think? Whatever y'all want to talk about. And we got your favorite couple in the crib. And channel member, why loves and motivated to go back and check something. Look a little different here. Your favorite couple, channel members, part of the line, say, hey, points my travel and chat, listening in. All right, appreciate y'all. Cruz Boleros had PBT, hey fam, what's going on? In case this is your first time here, PBT is Points Blank Travel. Cruz Boleros showing love to YC. Everybody's speaking, everybody's speaking. Everybody's speaking. All right. While others motivate, I wait for the auto credit increase, CI's credit increase. Sometimes you'll see CLI, which is credit limit increase. I typically don't ask for one, neither do I. Most people that get to a certain credit score level, now, just because people over 700, don't y'all twist this up. You still have people that go out and request a limit trying to get to 725, 750, 775 for what, I don't know. But I'm a firm believer once you reach about, I feel comfortable around 740. Once I'm around 730, 740, I'm cool, man. 740, 750, 800. Matter of fact, I'm more nervous at 800 than I am at 700, because 800, if I mess up something, I'm a fall quicker than I will if I'm at 700. Just some little note there. We got 12 real homies in the crib. Thank y'all for being here. Cruz Bolero showing love to why love's motivated. Most hated bronze, flat power guy. What's going on? Salute to everyone. What's going on? Salute to you. How you doing, man? How you doing? How you doing? Yes, man. Interest will eat you alive, man. Interest will eat you up. It's giving away money. It is. And what's sad is, I mean, the system is set up kind of crazy as it is. Let me talk to y'all for a second. What I don't like is, I'm going to use medical bills for an example. You got a person that's been paying their mortgage, their car note, their credit cards on time for 15, 20 years. Economy, robots taking over, AI's taking over. You got people out here getting laid off left and right. Where you used to need 3 people to do the job, you don't need no people. Now they're going to have a robot do it, or computers doing it. And you just don't see no end of the rainbow. There's no way going into 2025 we should be giving away money. But one thing I hate is, let's say medical, this person's been on the job 15 years. If you're in pain and you're in the hospital, you at least I ain't never did it. Hey, how much is that pill I'm getting ready to take? How much is this water I'm drinking? How much is this? Before you know it, you could have a 6-figure bill if you stayed there a couple of weeks. And what you've worked for 15 or 20 years, now because all these pathology and radiology and all these allergies are going to start have separate billing things, they're going to start reporting to your credit bureaus, and they knocking down 15 or 20 years worth of work in 3 months. Yet, Our interest rates are based on bad things possibly happening to good people. Let me say that again. Bad things possibly happen. Now, some people just don't care. Some people just don't ain't gonna pay the bill. They don't care if they got $1,000 in the bank or 100,000 in the bank. Some people will have the money, such as myself. When I was in the workforce, I couldn't wait to pay my bills. They were out of the way. I had the money to pay them. It just really depends on your situation. So that's one of the things that irked me about credit is you can be a powerhouse for so long and something just comes swoop your way. Luis, man, I haven't seen you in a long time. Luis Padron says, nice seeing you again. Rod, I hope you had a blessed Sunday. Happy New Year to you, my brother. It is a pleasure and a blessing to have you here. Hope all is well. Cruz Bolero said, always great info. Miss DC, speaking of your favorite couple, Why Love. Thank you for dropping that link. That is Investing with Rod. The link to that channel. Edna's World, what's going on? Edna says hi. And your favorite couple showing love. Tim Fulani, this is a great question. Can I use crypto, aka Bitcoin, to get out of debt? Crypto is a currency. Great question, Tim Fulani. Crypto is a currency. It's just like a dollar, a peso, a won, a yen. It's a currency. It's a digital currency. Now we're about to go to school. We're about to go to school PBT style, man. When I take a break, you best believe I ain't coming back eating lollipops and eating Cheerios and Fruit Loops. I'm coming back to bring the heat. So, all right. Crypto is digital currency. You can't see it. It's decentralized. Nobody controls it. Some group of people or persons, Satoshi Nakamoto or some, created Bitcoin. Nobody's found this group of people or this man yet. Yet, the world, the country, the financial institutions are adapting Bitcoin and crypto as a real life currency. At first, it was skeptics. Then other coins came along, your Ethereums, your Cardanos, your Polygons, they came along, the skeptics. People started to say, wait, this may not be going anywhere. Then you had your jokes that came along, your Dogecoin that turned everyday people like me and you into millionaires. And now, crypto, basically what crypto is, Tiffany, your Bitcoin is going to have a cash value attached to it. So if you have one Bitcoin and one Bitcoin is $100,000, you have $100,000 in cash. There may be some fees associated with transferring that crypto from the crypto holding account over to your bank account. It's just like going to an ATM machine. You may have a $3.75 fee. This could be a $35 fee. Could be a $50 fee. However, there ain't gonna be no $100,000 fee. So yes, to answer your question, you can use crypto such as Bitcoin to get out of debt. Great question. Matter of fact, they're talking about, I just did a video on Investing with Rod, my other channel, XRP. They're talking about it being the world currency. Everything was pegged off the dollar. But you got all these different currencies. Then the European Union came up with the euro and all that. Now they're talking about having a world currency. So we'll see how this shake out. Edna's in the house. Why love speaking Miss DC at Edna's World. Chumbe, what's up? Hey, hello, bro Roddy. I saw you over in Major Change Groups Live. Hey, Senior, I have asked a number of bloggers about Dave Ramsey and would like to get your opinion about using credit responsibly versus no credit at all. My opinion is, as long as you use it responsibly, I've seen people that don't have credit. I'm a firm believer, first and foremost. They said cash is king. Well, I'm a firm believer that credit is the whole damn monarchy. It's the king, the queen, the butler, the prince, the princess is everybody. Um, I think I did. I forgot what it was, but Elon Musk, I think he purchased Twitter. I can't remember the exact arc. I do a lot of videos and a lot of research, but it was based on credit. It was money he didn't even have. If I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But how many people couldn't get a house if they didn't have credit? I mean, they ain't got no $300,000, $400,000 laying around, but in 30 years they've accumulated $300,000 or $400,000 via a salary or a job or a profession or a side hustle or whatever they got going on. But you have to use anything you use. You got to use it responsibly. You got to drive responsibly. You got to shop responsibly. You got to eat responsibly. Everything. So credit is going to be right there with it. Anything that can have a negative impact on you and or your life is going to definitely no credit at all. I just don't agree with that. Vince also said, after fighting to get out of the 500s, I can't understand how a zero credit score and no credit card and no credit cards would help. A lot of people don't understand, and that is going back a couple comments. A lot of people won't mess with credit, and then when they need something, they can't get it. I've seen over 700s that when I was in the automotive industry, they couldn't even get a car because the largest debt they've ever had was a $500 credit card. I mean, you're not going to find out to give a kid or a young adult a $25,000 car when the most money they've ever managed is $500. So zero credit score, no credit cards would help. But some people, it's just like anything else that requires a responsibility. I want to thank the 13 real homies that are here right now. Anything that requires a responsibility, there's going to be a fear factor. Responsibility goes hand in hand with accountability. If you can't hold yourself accountable, you may have to have an accountability partner. I'm one of those people, and a lot of things I do, I need an accountability partner. I veer off left, right, down the middle, U-turn. I will veer off in a heartbeat. But it's something that if it's an issue, I know I may need some assistance. I'm not too big of a person to say, hey, I may need a little help. So, all right, everybody, showing love. My utilization, Miss DC said, my utilization is high. Should I get a balance transfer credit card to get rid of my credit card with the highest interest rate? Here, okay, now we're talking about two different things. Let's make sure we understand that. So, on one hand, we're talking about your credit utilization, which is a ratio, is the debt owed divided by your credit line. And then you're talking about interest rate. Your utilization is high. What you need to do is get those balances down lower to lower your utilization rate. That's on one, that's on the left hand. On the right hand, yes, a balance transfer credit card that has low APR or no APR for 15 or 21 months. Some have 24. I've heard them go up to 27 and 28. You have some at 9 months. You have some at 6, some at 12. Here's my suggestion on this. If you don't have a plan or a strategy, I'm not going to say don't do it. But basically, all you're doing is moving debt from one place to another. The reason I say don't, I'm not saying don't do it. Those 12 months, even though your plan, you're not going to have it paid down to zero in 12 months. You would have had 12 months where your extra payment would have been no interest. However, comma, here's what you need to look at. Sometimes it could be retroactive. And if it's not, doesn't have a zero balance in that 12-month time frame, they could back and your interest could accrue from the day you transferred the balance. Here's what Rod would do. I'm not the guru of all gurus. I'm just going to tell you how I would do it. I would figure out how much could I actually afford in a 12-month period. I'm not even getting to the 15 to 18 to 21 months. I'm just going to stick with 12 months. If I know in 12 months, I can pay off $1,000. I'm going to transfer $1,200 from that high interest credit card over to the low annual fee credit card, no annual fee credit card. Why did I say 12 instead of 1,000? I only have, I feel like I can do 1,000, but I'm going to push myself. I think I can squeeze the extra 200 out. I have to give up a couple cups of coffee, but I think I can do it. Now, what have I done? I've shown myself a sense of accomplishment. I'm going to at least pay off 12 months at 0%. Now, how many months I got left after that? Who knows? But what I didn't do was take all of this $5,000, move it to this credit card, freeing up a credit card over here, and then next time I know I'm in the same boat. So hopefully that answers your question. Having credit has helped me in emergencies, advanced loss. Yes, man, they definitely will. Showing Little Cruz Bolero, man, all right. Welcome in, everyone. Hit that like button, please do so. We got 9 real homies in the crib. This is not going to be a long live stream. Hey, JR Hill, what's going on? How you doing tonight? What's going on, my man? How you doing? And we got Denise Joe. What's going on, Denise Joe? Hey, everyone. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Now, has anybody tried any of these things and they just didn't work for them? I'm going to tell y'all another little tidbit here. When the rest of the year, unless you see, I would even bring one in. Unless the title is Chop It Up with PBT, I would still bring one. If it say anything other than that, I would have a notebook, typing paper, number 2 pencil, big ass pencil, look like a baseball bat with a eraser at the end of it, an ink pen, whatever you gotta have, chalkboard. Because I'm gonna be putting out stuff that's gonna, I've said before, and it's probably time to reiterate it again. So as I think about all of the videos that I've done, and we're starting a new year, and every year in and year out, we had the same issue. People are in more debt than they were last year, or they went from good credit to challenge credit, or they just said hell with the credit. It happens every year. Every year. It just blows my mind. Every year. But I would definitely bring pen and paper. I lost my train of thought. I had a train of thought that I was going to drop there. We are at the end of the comments. So, but definitely bring your pen and paper, man, because you never know what I may go over. Oh, yeah, credit utilization. That's what I was going to talk about. Tidbit of information here. Jot this down. Credit utilization. It's only making up 30% of your credit score. Paying on time is 35%. So you would think that the 35 has more weight than the 30. Theoretically, it does. What do you mean, Rod? Theoretically, it does. A lot of people get caught up in a trap. And I want y'all to listen to me. This is starting out 2025. We're in drive, going straight. We ain't in reverse. We ain't no turn signals. We're going straight. We're going to start off straight. Make sure in 2025, start off slow. Don't worry about the Joneses. Don't worry about what Rod got. Don't try to tackle everything at once. Set some goals. Set realistic goals. When it comes to credit utilization, one of the things you want to look at is the statement closing date. Everybody's caught up. Here's an easy way to remember this. Up until January 5th, 2025, you probably only had worried about 2 words when it came to your bills. Your credit cards especially. 2 words: due date. In 2025, starting right now, January 5th, we're going to add another word. It's going to be 3 words. Statement closing date. Here's where people are messing up. People are paying their payments on time. 5 days, 7 days before the due date. I want y'all to follow along with me. Their payment history is flawless. For the last 10 years, they paid let's say 5 years. They paid 7 days early. We're going to say this 7 days is the 14th of the month. It's due the 21st. They pay on the 14th. But the statement closed on the 7th. Statement closed on the 7th. They pay on the 14th. But whatever statement was reported or showed on the 7th, before the 21st, before the 14th, is what's going to be reported to the credit bureau, to the TransUnion, the Equifax, the Experian. The lower your balance is, perfect world, 0 on the statement closing date. Who cares about 7 days prior to? Who cares about the due date? All you need to know are 3 words: statement closing date. Well, Rod, you putting more on us. Well, some of the better things in life aren't easy or not free. I'm putting one more word on you. But instead of due date, statement closing date. Guarantee you to change your life. Alrighty, Cruise Girl speaking. And I'm okay, just getting prepared for homegoing, sir. Man, sorry to hear that. Prayers. We got Kiki Adventures in the house. Some of my sister Kiki, Rod, Happy New Year. Hey, Happy New Year, sister. Blessings to everyone in here, man. Tell you what, we got 14 real homies in here, man. That was a little tidbit. Jot that down. Starting tomorrow. Maybe get your work week started. Tuesday, Wednesday. Don't put it off, though. Look on your statement. Log in on your phone online. Look at your statement. Look for the statement closing date. Can't find it, call them. Way more important than the due date. Due date's important too. But if you pay on the statement closing date or shortly after, you ain't got nothing to do on the due date. You want to pay before because that's what's going to get reported. So, Rob, why have I been paying my balance in full every month, but my credit score is not going up? When are you paying, little Johnny? Paying on the 14th. It's due on the 21st, but it's something happens on the 7th, some closing date. Yeah, dude. That's when they're reporting that your credit card is maxed out at $1,000 limit, $1,000 balance. You paying $1,000 on the 14th, ready to roll on the 21st because you done paid it before the due date. But what they reported, little Johnny, was the $1,000 that you owe when you only have a credit limit of $1,000. You have to become a master of your craft. That's why you have to understand the game. Name anybody that's in any kind of game, gymnastics, basketball, baseball, I don't know, softball. They learn the game. Some of them took years of practice. They didn't learn overnight. Some of them were born with a natural talent. They still had to practice. Right now we're practicing, baby. And we're going to practice all year long. We're going to stumble, we're going to fall, and we're going to get right back up. Let's talk about a word that a lot of people should be talking about. A lot of people like to start the new year off with the word resolution. Not the big homie. I like to start the word new year off with the word aspiration. What are my aspirations for the year? What do I want to accomplish for Rod? What do I want to accomplish for my family? Depending on your situation, those two answers could be different. They could be very similar. What's up, Meet and I? What do you want to accomplish? Shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you're going to be amongst the stars. Don't mean I hope I get a $1 raise at my job that I've been on for the last 10 years because I think I work hard. That's not shooting for the moon, ladies and gentlemen. That's shooting for the sidewalk, hoping you make it on the sidewalk. Shoot for the moon. Aspirations. What is something you've always wanted to do, but you've never, you were either afraid, for some reason you were scared that you couldn't do it. You thought you would fail. You thought there was some force field, magnetic field in front of you where it was too much where Rod couldn't accomplish it. It was better than Rod. It was too big for Rod. No, man. Don't make everything unrealistic, but come up with something that may be a challenge to you. In 2012, I don't believe in no resolutions. Matter of fact, I usually come up with aspirations throughout the year. I got an aspiration. I went outside today, the temperature changed. If anybody's been following me on Investing with Rod, I'm looking for a new car. Today, the wind and the temperature told me I need to expedite my looking. That's aspiration that I have this year. I want to use more cashback credit cards than travel credit cards because I think I may be owning something. And if I am, it's going to lead to future aspirational trips. That's one mistake people make, man. They feel like everything's, the gratification has to be now. Do y'all know I'm reaping rewards from things I did 10 years ago? It ain't always a mistake that you may be paying for from 10 years ago. You may be reaping a benefit or something good from a move you made 10 years ago. I'm not no preacher. I'm not here to do no New Year's. That's why I waited 4-5 days after New Year's. Let everybody get their little speeches out and all that. Because a lot of the people that's talking, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm just telling you the truth. A lot of people that's talking or what you should be doing or what they going to be doing or what you need to be doing or what they ain't did yet, going to be saying the same thing this time next year. Holler if you hear your boy. They're going to be saying the same thing. Number one, they don't have a plan. They don't have a strategy. They don't have no motivation, no drive. But it starts with you, man. It starts with you. Aspirations. What do you want? What do you want from this year? One of the things I hate, man, and I caught myself saying it in 2024, I had to stop saying it. I had to stop saying it, man. You ever just ran into somebody and you say, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? It's just another day, man. Hell no, it ain't just another day. And I found myself saying it. It just sounds like the end of the world. It's just another day, man. No, it's a good day. Because I'm going to do something today that I thought about doing yesterday. I'm going to do something today that I've been wanting to do for the last 1,000 days. Today is a good day. It ain't got to be money falling in my pocket. It ain't got to be this, that, and the third. I could get a phone call from somebody I ain't talked to, one of my homeboys I ain't talked to since I joined the Navy. That's a good day. Let me jump in these comments, man. Y'all got anything, please drop it in the comments, man. Drop it in the comments. All right, what was that? Your favorite couple says, keep dropping. The Boulders Ride 2025 will be amazing for you and the channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shelton and Key, much love. Y'all appreciate that. Again, make sure y'all check out Investing with Rod. We're about to hit our first milestone soon, hopefully by the end of the month. Definitely got some good traction over there. Basically, it's just a channel to teach you how to invest on a budget. You only got $5, $10, $20. Holla at your boy. I don't invest for you. I just show you what I'm buying. I'm not a financial advisor. You got to pick your own stuff, make your own investment. I'm just showing you what I'm buying. All righty, what was that? We got Arno. What's going on? Arno in the house said 15 homies in the crib. Yeah, we got 20 real homies in the crib. Much love to each and every one of y'all that is here tonight. Jahir, sorry for your loss. I second that. Hello, everybody. What's up, TJ? What's going on? If you are a content creator, please feel free to put hashtag content creator down in the comments. Nothing magical is going to happen. Your channel link's not going to pop up. Ain't none of that going to happen. But what it is going to do is let people know you got a channel. And OG, because Rod is an OG content creator, maybe they make content. You got just as good a shot on there with that as somebody clicking on the link. I'm just saying. All right. And we got Meet and I in the house, part of live channel members in the crib. Your favorite couple said, right, Meet and I showing love. I think I'm too fast for you things. Now everybody's showing love, yeah. All right, man, we getting to the last call. Hey, Lisa J. Stocks and Cruz Bolero. Everybody's speaking, poking, speaking. What up, Devin? How you doing, man? It's kind of crazy. I can't have no guests over here, man, because I got on my software here, I got rid of the one where I have guests because I'm not using StreamYard. Now I need it. So I'll be doing that soon. I'm doing good, Devin. How you doing, man? I'm doing good. No wonder they pop it up. I'm clicking the wrong thing over here. Everybody showing love to Devin Parker's on the go in the house. What's good? What's good? How y'all doing? Glad to have y'all here, man. Y'all check out Parker's on the go, other content creator. Devin Masker celebrates 41 months of membership. I recently got 6 CLIs. That's what we were talking about earlier. Credit limit increases and got approved for a new car from a pre-approval offer from one of my credit unions. Congratulations on the 6 CLIs, man. Keep it up. So basically, Devin is extending the credit he already have. He took advantage and got credit limit increases on 6 of the credit cards that he have and a new card as well. So he took advantage of both of the one of the things that we talked about for increasing your credit score in 2025. Everybody's showing love. The Parkers on the go. Showing love. Showing love. "46 months of membership. Let's go. Keep the content coming, Rob. We're going to do it, baby, man. Looking forward to 2025. Speaking of 2025, I was told I got to get back to my interviews. I found myself spreading myself a little thin, and then I had some unforeseen circumstances in 2024, man. But it actually, things happen for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. It gave me a chance to look at a lot of my older videos, what was working, what I got away from, what wasn't working, what I changed, what I shouldn't have changed. And I'm very, 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 very excited about what I have coming up with just the different channels. Uh, One of my goals for 2000, we did it over the past few years with Point Spring Travel with PBT. The amount of comments, texts, emails, Patreon comments, DMs on Instagram that I received from people that increased their credit score from watching the channels, watching the video, being in a live stream, hearing another content creator. The list goes on and on. I want to take that same energy and I want to do that for investing with Rod. So one of the goals that I have for 2025 is I want to get more people invested. Fear. Let's talk about fear for a second. You know, there's a saying, and a lot of people quote sayings, and they really don't have a clue what they mean, or they really haven't thought about what they mean. And I got about 20 minutes because I got to pay a bill. I think the cutoff time's at 10 o'clock. Well, about 20, 30 minutes. So anyway, not saying I'm going to be on here that long, but that's our cutoff time. Fear, man. Fear, fear, fear. Fear of the unknown. I think 2024, I said in 2023, I think I mentioned it in 2022, I mumbled it in 2024. So I mumbled it in 2024, I mentioned it in 2022 or 23. 2024 is gone. I talked about something about no more excuses. And I watched a movie during the holiday break, 666 or something like that, 3668. It was about some African American women in the military and the army, and it made me think about what people don't have and how often we think about what we don't have instead of thinking about what we have. And the fact we could have so much more if we weren't necessarily lazy, for a lack of better word. I'm telling you right now, investing, everybody don't find investing interesting. I find it interesting because I've been there without a window, a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of with no money. And it was not a good experience. It was not a good feeling. I've been there where I invested a little bit of money and it put me in a better situation. And I've been there where I invested more money and put me in a better situation. I've never been where I invested too much money. I never did that yet. So what I'm saying, without saying a lot and getting too deep, 2025 is a year where, we have so many people say, well, we didn't know about this, that, and the other because our parents didn't teach us. There's too many resources out there now. There's too many resources. It's content creators. One thing I learned about people, including myself, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to jump in these comments. We're going to raise up because we're right at that time frame I want to be at. One of the things I'm going to say about people, man, is, include myself, we don't really like to be criticized, yet we'll do something or won't do something that we know we should or should not be doing, if that makes sense. I'm live right now because I knew I needed to shoot a video. I could have sat in there and talked about it, but I thought I'd do something different and be about it. If this is your year where you're tired of your boss at work talking to you crazy, well, I'm here to tell you, I don't care if you get 1,000,000 degrees, somebody go always talk to you crazy, but you have less of a shot if you have a degree. I think that's what they're trying to say. But if this is your year you want to get your first investment, and I may do a live tomorrow I haven't decided during the day or in the evening. Learn about Bitcoin. I'm not gonna sit here and say invest all your money in it, but I'm gonna say it until I can't say it no more. If it's only $100 to $500, I would put some money into it, and I wouldn't care how long it would take me to get there. It's two types of people in this world: those that are in the parade and those that are watching it go by. And your boy gonna be in the parade every chance he gets. So, all right, this weekend has been good. And working on bills for money I got for Christmas right now, watching Sunday Night Football. Yeah, I'm about to be doing that too in a minute. Got a couple of things I need to take care of. Um, go through these comments, everybody speaking to everybody. Man, it's good to see a lot of everybody here, actually. My CLIs were for 1,002 for 500, and my new car is with Langley for 5,000. Never heard of Langley. So you got four $1,000 increases and two $500 increases, making a total of six, and a new credit card. So basically, you got $11,000 worth more credit. See, that's he using the system, man. Using the system. Great movie, man. Best Tyler Perry movie ever. Your favorite could. A new thing I'm learning from my new card is some basically you will not do balance transfer to another credit card where you have to as much to as cash managed. Hmm. Oh, you gotta break that one down for me, David. I may have lost you on that one. And we got channel members as well as part of the Alliance in the house. We got the Griffins in the house. They just finished a live. They are back with the Sunday Sit Down. They got some new intros, some new songs. So it is good. It's Points Playing Travel. What's up, Rod? How's it going? Thanks for coming to our live early. Hope all is well. Hashtag Alliance, hashtag Family Vibe. Yeah, man. It never fails when I'm going. Now, if I wasn't going to go live, I can't find nobody live. If I ain't going live, ain't nobody going live. But as soon as I'm going live, everybody that I enjoy watching go live. So then I decided to be smart and pick these days that I wouldn't do lives on. Then I found out that I ain't gonna never do a live, especially now, because there's so many people doing YouTube that I enjoy watching. But I am thinking about doing something on one of my other channels. I'm thinking about it. At your favorite club meeting, now we late. Good night, Rock. Great live stream background. See you on your next live stream. Bye for now. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a lot of them. I'm thinking about challenging myself to something. But I may not do it till next month because I wanted to start it at the first. Well, I tell you what, man, right now is the time. If you have any questions, comments, issues, things you want to talk about, man, it's a great question. It's in my arsenal. It's in my wallet right now, though. I actually took it on my trip. It's the second card. I don't know if y'all can see it. But the green card is the second card from the bottom. Above the Freedom Unlimited. Why is the green Amex slept on? I downgraded my gold to green because I'm traveling more. The platinum has more perks, but the green has better multiplier for travel, especially off their portal. Oh, because I am really, 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 really. Yeah, man, I'm hearing a lot of people saying that it's slept on, and that's kind of why I want to. That's why it's in my wallet, man. It's just hard for me because I have the 4x multipliers with the gold card and the business gold. I get 4 times the points on personal gold with restaurants and grocery stores, and I get 4 times the points at gas stations and restaurants where business go. But I pay a lot of annual fees. Is it a better way to do this? I'm sure there is. And that's one of the things that I want to do in more of in 2025 is I want to forget what year it is. Because I don't like when people say, well, one of the things I want to do more in 2025 is I want to walk 3 more blocks. Well, whatever. One of the things I want to do for Point Blank Travel and the people that are engaged with Point Blank Travel as subscribers, members, viewers, whatever, is let's identify issues and let's put more on the table this year. What I mean with more on the table, with me, that may mean more videos. One of the things I've been looking at during my revamp and getting ready for a new year on the Point Blank Network is the amount, not live streams, but the amount of videos that I would do for the smallest things just to get the information out there. I know why I stopped, because it was time consuming. Then I got other channels, but that's something I want to look at getting back to. So let's spread the love and share the love. Meeting, I saw this here, man. You not late, you early for the next live. Yeah, you might be, man, because I don't know when I am or when I ain't. What's up, Andre, man? I was thinking about you the other day. I saw your name pop up in one of the old videos I was looking at. Devin said I first called Langley Federal Credit. Okay, Langley, okay, now I'm familiar. After not finding a balance transfer option, they said to do a balance transfer, I have to transfer money from my credit card to my checking account. Huh? I don't know, Devin. They say if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. This don't even sound too good to be true. It just don't make sense. If I'm trying to pay down the balance on my credit card, it don't mean I maxed it out now. It doesn't mean that. But why am I going to take money off my credit card? Last time I checked, that's a high fee. And put money into my checking account to get money that y'all about to give me. None of this makes sense, David. If I was you, I'd call and ask for another representative, see if somebody else tell me the same thing. And unless I'm mixing this up, this may not be somebody you want to do business with. I don't know, man. Credit unions are typically, I'm not familiar, so I can't speak on Langley. I think I've heard of them, and I've never heard anything bad. So, all right, y'all. Well, give it about another minute, man. Sit here and look and see what I'm going to do next. Actually, no, what I'm going to do is probably chill. I need to. It's crazy, man, because I really need to shoot some video. I'm looking around here now, like, and sometimes I do that. I'll finish a live and get a wild hair. I just noticed something, man. Man, I'm glad I looked at this. My laptop ain't charging. I'm just going through it over here. I just having to look, man. I got a whole. I mean, you can't say it is. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Anyway, y'all, see, that's what I'm saying. I get sidetracked, man. I get sidetracked. Now I got to figure out what that means. Service recommended. Oh. I don't do that. I think they just. Anyway, man. Y'all, man, that is it. Let me go ahead and take this comment down. So, man, make sure y'all do me a favor if you haven't done so. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. It's also an arrow. So, bell to the left for subscribe, arrow to the right. You hit either one of those. It's going to say select all. What I'm noticing, I'm subscribed to a lot of people. I'm not subscribed to as many as some people, and I should have known. I'm going to see if I can say this here before this battery died. If not, then I may just have to do something different. But if you're not watching people consistently, like I watch the people of the lines, I watch Your Favorite Couple, Keeping Up with Griffin, Me and I, the Catrins. Um, did I leave anybody out? I watch Larry Jones. I watch Lisa J. Stocks. These are the people that I'm starting to definitely getting the notifications for. And when I go to my TV or something like that, or I go through my feed, I'm seeing their videos. I may have to go through 25, 30 of these little didgeridoo thumbing up or fingering up or whatever they call it, just to get to somebody that I may haven't seen in a while. So I don't know if sometimes it's good to take it off all, put it on personal, I put it back to all. I'm playing with that now. Or maybe just watch a video or two. I don't know. But anyway, y'all, much love, everybody. I am going to raise up. Remember, all the channels on the network, we do have, make sure here. Make sure, let me get that out of my way there. Make sure I ain't missed nothing. And y'all do me a favor, man. Check out all the channels. And we do have Point Blank Travel, which we're on right now, the Point Blank Experience. And don't worry, it's coming back. And we have Point Blank Finance, which was rebranded to Investing with Rod, and Point Blank Clips, which now remind me I need to get a new whatever you call these things, layout, a layover, or cutout, whatever. Anyway, man, hope y'all have a great day. Hope y'all have a blessed and prosperous week. I will be coming at y'all soon. Much love, everybody, and I will be seeing y'all soon. Peace, baby. Much love.